The Atlanta Hawks took Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals due mostly to the greatness of Trae Young. Young led the game in scoring with 48 points, had 11 assists, 7 rebounds to go along with that. It's also worth to note that Trae Young scored or assisted on 70 of the Hawks' 116 points, which is insane. And the Hawks are up 1-0, and this is a team, a lot of people said, they might beat the Knicks. They might beat get past the first round. But other than that, we don't really see Trae Young having the support that he needs to get to a finals or really get to even the Eastern Conference Finals. Well, he's in the Eastern Conference Finals. Clint Capella came on good for him this year, and he has gotten some help from his team. This is a young team that is catching a stride right now, and they're catching a team in the Milwaukee Bucks that just went 7 games with arguably the most talented team in the NBA. So they're catching a team that just won 7 games. They also won 7 games, so they're probably a little tired. But that Milwaukee Nets series was very taxing on the Bucks, and you got to think it's a young team. They got a lot of momentum. They're feeling hot right now. Why couldn't they take the series? And the other question a lot of people ask is, are the Hawks a real threat? They're here. They're up 1-0. They won Game 1. Trae Young is an explosive scorer with great ball vision who can also apparently get rebounds as well. So he's that 5-tool player you want. So why can't they? The only thing that can stop them at this point is Giannis. And we've seen Giannis at this point in the playoffs. There's questions. There's serious questions about whether or not he can go, whether or not he can fulfill that role of being the superstar defender that he is, that many times he is. But when it comes to the playoffs, we see sometimes he falls off a little bit of a cliff. Maybe it's got something to do with conditioning. Maybe it's got something to do with the moment. Maybe it's just something that happens, because that's also a very, very big coincidental possibility. It just happens. Does Giannis have the talent to take care of it? Yeah, he does. But he has to show up for it. And look, the other thing I wanted to point out, man, this is a Trae Young focused segment. Let me stick on Trae Young. We'll talk about Giannis in just a minute. But Trae Young, 22 years old. 22 years old. He's the only superstar on his team. With this league made up of super teams, you had the Philadelphia 76ers with 2 alleged stars. We'll talk about one of them in just a minute. We had the Brooklyn Nets, who had like 5 apparent stars: James Harden, Kyrie Irving, Blake Griffin, Kevin Durant. Like, they're not there. You look at the West. Look what's going on at the West. In the West, you got the Lakers, the defending champions, this big super team. They're not there. But Trae Young is, and the Atlanta Hawks are. And you have to acknowledge it. You have to acknowledge. I know a lot of people want to say, oh, well, they got lucky. They didn't get lucky. Trae Young's been hitting clutch game-winning shots this entire postseason. That's not luck. It's just clutch. So I think we need to get past that. You need to get past these notions of, oh, well, this is just a young team getting lucky. No, this is just a young team having a run. That happens sometimes, guys. That happens sometimes. Sometimes young teams, they have more in the tank. They've got less to lose, and sometimes, man, they're willing to take some risks. And this is a team. They've gambled a lot, but they've gotten this far, and it's also because of talent. Do not say that they don't have talent. These young players have stepped up. Trae Young especially leading this team. He assisted or scored on 70 points in the last game. He's taking over games. So I don't want to hear anything about, oh, Trae Young can't do it, or Trae Young's too young. No. We don't say the same thing about like people like Luka. And look, I'm here. I am arguably the biggest Luka Doncic supporter there is on this channel or maybe anywhere else. I'm a huge Luka Doncic supporter. But Luka's not here. You could argue talent around Luka is supposed to be better. We could have a different debate about that, but man, Luka's not here. Didn't get this far. Trae Young did. Thanks for watching this video from Real Take Sports Talk. Remember to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you get notified whenever a new video is released. Also, remember to check out our live show every single Thursday at 8 p.m. right here on the YouTube channel. And remember, keep it real.